All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're here at PGA Show and we're going to review some of our favorite products from manufacturers at PGA Show 2025, starting with the brand new Mizuno putters. There's 3 neck options, as you can see here. You pick your neck option and then the backs are actually interchangeable. So as soon as you pick the neck profile that you prefer, then you can start picking the top line and the look. You've got the Fang here, which is the 6. You've got this little kind of mallet type deal that is the 4, and then you have the 5, which is your rounded back. The list is the T1 wedge that they just dropped as well in the blue, black, and satin finishes. These things have kind of a matte flat finish on the sole of the club, which I really like the look of, and then there's a little bit of sheen there on the back side of it. The faces, as you can see, have the finishes all the way around, and just overall a really, really nice looking wedge. The blackout shaft on the black is probably the one that I would go for. I know the finish tends to wear off the sole, but you know what? You go big or you go home. Okay, so we've talked putters, we've talked wedges, and now they're coming back with the new JPX Forged, and it's blacked out. Look at this thing. Black dynamic gold shaft, blacked out MCC grip, and the black head to finish it all off. This thing looks incredible. And it may not focus on it, but you know what? You'll get the B-roll, and that's okay. I think I might have to give me a set of these because these things are incredible to look at. Big fan of the look. Good job, Mizuno. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am here with Charles from Vice, and as part of our family drops or brand drops that are big this year, Vice has done some amazing stuff. Lots of fresh gear, some of the best in the game, in my opinion, visually. Tell us about this new drop you guys just put out.
Yeah, so we collaborated with Atlanta-based artist Greg Mike, who's got these kind of pretty crazy abstract out there, little monster characters that he does his art with. So we've got our golf balls, got a nice bright blue golf ball with a little monster character on it. Vice times Greg Mike right there.
These are legit golf balls, not like
these are pro and playable. These are pro and pro plus, so they can be out on the course. They're going to hold up. None of this is coming off. Little limited edition Vice putter grip to match the Greg Mike putter. So this is laser engraved in the bottom of our putter, right in the sole. Got some matching colors here. Get a nice little matching putter.
Yeah.
Finally can pair it up with a little Greg Mike head cover, which pretty good looking, sweet head cover, if I could say so myself.
Yeah.
But
well, that's one of the reasons we wanted to highlight Vice. Nobody is doing anything like this. If you're like me and you like everything to match up nicely, you're buying an aftermarket grip, you're buying an aftermarket head cover to make it feel personalized and to be kind of excited about all the money you're spending on your product when you look at your bag. So you've got the new irons in hand. Why don't you tell us about the models and maybe let's talk like customization and price point.
Yeah, so we got the VGI 01, which is kind of our player, more bladed style, at that thin top line look and kind of a muscle back. Yeah. It's going to be a player's iron with the forgiveness of a performance cavity back iron. Then we got this guy, the VGI 02, which is our performance model. It's going to launch higher, go farther. Yeah. It's got a like super forgiveness, and it's really going to be for that kind of mid-teens to higher handicap, anything above that. And obviously with both of them, you can see we have the customization options. So paint fills, ferrules, you can do any grip you want. Shafts can go crazy. We want you to be able to express yourself in your clubs. You want that bag should be yours. You pay good money for it. We at Vice obviously believe in value and performance being in the same conversation. So our VGI 01, this blade, player's iron, comes in at $799 for a full set, 4-through pitching wedge.
Wow.
So that's pretty unheard of affordability for a club that's made in Germany, in-house, in our factories. Our guys make it, our guys test it, and they go straight to you. So in my hands here is the VGD01 Plus, is our low spin model. So someone with a high swing speed needs to keep that spin down, but you want to loft it up and really help you get it up in the air. Yeah. That's what this is going to be for. Very cool. We also have the VGD01 Standard, which is going to be that more forgiving. CG is way back. If you're into the specs of it, it's going to be that more forgiving driver for a lower swing speed player. And we've got even more loft options for that, where you can get up to a 12.5 loft. Wow. Really to help that average golfer get that driver dialed in. The idea behind these is most people need to learn to hit up on their driver. Our guys in the R&D team killed it, and they made these drivers where you can spin them low and loft them high. So
you can hit balls like Rory.
Exactly, that's the plan.
So we can customize the irons. Is it possible to customize drivers?
Yes, it is. It's Vice Golf. Everything's custom. Everything's the way you want it. So the drivers, throughout the year after it's released, we're gonna have some limited edition colorways, which will kind of be under wraps for a while. They might match the putters. They might match some of the wedges. We'll see. You got to stay tuned. But when you do order a driver, when you look right here, these fins right here are going to be aluminum, and it's a swappable part. So you can do different colors. You can do a red fin and then a weight here, different colors as well. Red fin, you want to do a blue weight and do a silver finish. That might be possible. Do a little red, white, and blue. So the finish can be changed as well. We've got some different finishes in the works. So you pick a finish and then customize. Yeah, when these are in kind of full production. That's the plan, is to have full customization. And then obviously shafts, you can go crazy with the shafts. We've got straight, clean black finish. Then we've got some fade teal into blue finish, which you really want that pop of color. Do a little crazy driver, throw some color on these. Crazy neon teal, and throw a neon grip on here. Can't miss them on the range. Can't miss that on the course. And I guarantee you people will ask you what you're playing. And if you're a Vice guy with pride, you can just share, I play Vice. That's awesome. That's the idea. Vice Golf is providing value and performance. What's the price point on these drivers? For these drivers, we start with our standard model. It's $299 is the price point, fully built. Wow. That is not just customized too? Customized too. Wow. When it comes from us, everything's custom optioned. So $299 is the price point on the standard VGDL1. Then you go to the VGDL1 Plus with the low spin, titanium face, carbon forged crown, $399. Okay. So it's at a price point that in the driver market today is pretty hard to beat. I'd say it matches up with our iron price point. And full customization coming from Germany. Our guys, they don't mess around. That's incredible. We're getting it right. Sounds good. So gone are the days where you have to play everything the same as all your friends. You can now customize exactly what you want it to look like, and have the same great performance thanks to Vice Golf. So thank you, Charles, for everything. Yes, sir. Appreciate your time. Go check out Vice Golf. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we've made it to Cleveland Srixon. We're here with our buddy Jeff, and he's going to tell us about their new wedges. Absolutely. We got the brand new RTZ wedge launching. Already been in the bags of a couple of tour wins. We had 2 wins last week at the Amex and then on the Champions Tour out in Hawaii with Ernie. So RTZ, Z stands for the important new technology here is the Z alloy. It's a proprietary material that's being used to produce these. 3 unique finishes: tour satin, black satin, and our raw tour rack. Very nice. One thing that's really cool in the tour rack is the Z alloy is not containing the carbon steel, so no rust on these. So that may disappoint some folks, but really the rust, it doesn't create spin. I think that's that theory's been debunked, but really excited about this. Going to stay this cool non-glare finish for the life of the wedge. Still incorporates our 3 main technologies: our zip core, where we reduce weight from the heel and move center of gravity out towards the center. Hydro zip groove application to help reduce spin or increase spin in wet conditions, and then our Ultra Zip groove technology just to help create more spin. Has different depths of grooves based on the lofts of the wedges. So in addition to the RTZ wedges on the Srixon side, we're launching the brand new ZXI iron line. I stands for iForge. It's a brand new forging process, which really helps dial in some different heat treatment areas to specific areas of the club to really enhance the feel where you want it. So we really enhanced the pure frame technology in the club, more mass right behind the impact zone. We have 3 models to choose from. In our Players cavity back iron, the ZXI 7, amazing feel, great turf interaction. Iron that did extremely well last year for us in the Mark II lineup continues on with the ZXI 5. This is an extremely popular club on the Champions Tour among with fitters too and retailers. Super hot face, 2-piece forging. And then we move into our ZXI 4, more in the game improvement line. It's a hollow 2-piece cast iron, extremely hot face, but the beauty of all these 3 lines is they can be blended in so clean. There's not massive differences between each one when you set them down club to club. So you see a lot of different combos. On the tour, you see a lot of combos of the 5s and the 7s. So a lot of different varieties you can do. And then we also have our Z Forge 2 muscle back that continues on from the Mark II lineup. Okay, we've talked wedges, we've talked irons, and now we're here talking about the brand new drivers. Tell us what we got going on with these. Yeah, so we had the ZXI iron line. Now we're moving this name into the driver line. So 3 new heads for this year. Previously we went with the ZX5 low spin
and 7. Now we're going ZXI, ZXI low spin, ZXI max. So the max is new for this year.
Yep.
Some difference between the heads. They're all 460cc. There are some slight differences in the face angles, but in terms of the primary differences that you can see just on the rack are the weighting.
Yeah.
So on the standard ZXI, you see you got heel toe weights to adjust depending on draw fade bias that you like. Low spin models more front and back. If you're a high speed player, you want that weight shoved in the front to help lower that spin down. And then on the max driver, it just comes with one weight, has one heavier weight placed right in the back there for max stability. A little bit higher launching. Going to be a touch draw bias, not a ton, but just not as fade bias is probably what you're going to see with the standard head.
Okay, very cool. And I guess shaft options are kind of pretty widely available.
Yeah, tons of different custom options, but in terms of the stock options, standard one through the fairways and hybrids, you're going to see the Ventus TR Blue.
Yeah.
On the low spin, you're going to see the new Project X Hazardous Smoke Black Generation 5. And then on the max, a little bit lighter, a little bit higher launching Project X Denali.
Very nice. Okay, awesome. Well, as you know, you can check these out. Cleveland Srixon Golf. Go get fitted. That's the biggest thing. Make sure you get fitted. These products will not disappoint. Thanks for your time today,
All right,
Jeff.
anytime.